Hi, I'm Gary Olver, and this is Access Community Television. And today we're going to talk about the 60's Scoop. And I'm sitting here today with my biological sister, Flora Johnson, which I have met recently, and we were separated for 47 years. And we have started to visit and get to know one another as artists. So Flora, it's been a real pleasure hanging out with you, in the last few days. And it's we talk and we look a lot at your art. So we're just going to kind of open up today with a little bit about your art, and this piece here, and it's what you explained to me yesterday, was it's kind of almost a profile of yourself, and it talks about being a survivor. It talks about being going through, some of the harshness of life, and it shows her strength in the lighter colors, and it's a beautiful art piece. So what inspired you to paint something in this?
In this one in particular, it's about women surviving of all and succeeding at all their accomplishments. More like in your strength in your heart, in your mind, in your body. And when I painted this, I was thinking about how the Creator touches you with light. And then the red is the strength and the courage and lots of love. So when it bounces on you, it absorbs in your body, and then it brings peace and strength. That's the way I was thinking.
So it's a very healing art piece.
Yeah.
So it represents healing.
Yeah.
It's like life in itself, correct?
Yeah, like life in itself, of all the things that we've gone through.
Yeah, and this is kind of a personal story today. Myself was part of the 60's Scoop, and me and my sister here, we were about 4 and 5?
Yeah.
About 4 and 5, and we were lost, more or less. We're not going to go into particulars of the story, but we were lost, and we walked to we found the trailer together that night, and the RCMP came in and apprehended us, and me and her held on for dear life for one another, and we never seen one another again, correct?
Yeah, because that was a long time ago, and what I remember of it is Gary and I just holding, crying.
Oh, yeah.
And then they came and they just took 3 adults to pull us apart. And then I remember him leaving in a car. And I never seen him again. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. No,
And I found you.
Yeah. And it's been a really beautiful experience. And it's been a lot of fun, and we've gone out and seen some pretty beautiful things in the city and around the city. It's been a healing journey. To let you know, our viewers, is sometimes we go through these emotional traumas in our life, right? And we don't know why, right? But sometimes life itself can come back at you, and you end up together, and you have these really interesting experiences in our lives. And and I'm so happy and glad to see you and have you back in my life. I wanted to share this with the viewers. It's something really personal. Is for myself as somebody being apprehended and living, in a non-Aboriginal home and raised. After the incident of me and my sister being pulled apart, there's something happens inside you that you feel the sense of abandonment, the sense of being robbed. And so you put this kind of a fake shield up. And we go through life like that, right? And I know that you have your bubble and I have my bubble. Mm-hmm. And that bubble was created from being pulled away and being, looking at your own self-esteem. And pretty much it's a thing that us as we grow as adults, we find ourselves, dealing with abandonment issues to separation issues, and it's
trust
really
issues.
Trust issues. And then when you find one another, you find the exact person that you've always earned in your whole life. That from that time of separation, you spent your whole life building these walls. And so it's been hard for me and her to sometimes to, pull some of those bricks down in our meetings. And so we start off as friends. We start hanging out and we start enjoying one another's company. And we start finding the fun things is that we're similar in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
And it's, it's a beautiful thing, set aside our own defense mechanisms that are created by, being forcibly separated. We spent the day together yesterday in Bowen Island, and I took my sister to a place that a number of years ago I went and did some really in-depth healing in myself, and I got to actually share that space with my whole family. And I think that it meant a lot to me, and I was able to leave a lot there for me. And it was, we had a really beautiful day yesterday.
At one point I felt like we were kids again.
Absolutely,
because we used to do everything together.
That's right. My sister held my hand. As a child, she held my hand through everything that me and her had endured in a very kind of a dark chapter of our lives as children. You've done great. Yeah, you're done great, and you're an awesome mom and grandma. I'm a grandfather and father, and we've done well. Our art, it's like as me being an artist, as a sculptor, and looking at problem solving in three-dimensional ways as an artist, and with your painting and the color and the light, it's a beautiful way of expressing yourself, and I'm really glad to see you, and I'm really glad that you decided to come and share this with the world today. And I'm really, really happy. Come here. I love you.
I love you.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
I would like to say this for all the other survivors. If we can do this, you can do this too. And unfortunately, when I was a child, I thought they would put me into a safe place. I never did feel safe, and I never trusted, and the craziness that happened to me as a child is really difficult to talk about, but that maybe another time I will talk about it.
Yeah.
But to get to this point is truly a miracle. It
Yeah.
really is.
You know, and
A lot of families haven't got that opportunity, and they still haven't.
Yeah.
And I don't want to let you go ever.
No, I'm not going to be letting you go. You know, I'm not going to be letting you go at all. So that's not even, that's the last thing and the furthest of in my mind. You know, I just want to, we have lots to talk about. We have lots of catching up to do.
You make a wonderful guide of Vancouver, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's sure lots to do here, isn't there? That's, yeah, my advice is to any 60 scoopers out there. But sometimes it's hard to, you know, find your natural family, but I do encourage you to do that. You know, it can be really a beautiful,
To keep
enlightening.
going. To keep
Yeah.
going, keep going. Be strong, even if it makes you cry. Just keep going forward, one step at a time, and find out where you came from. Seek your family,
Yeah,
because family is number one, no
That's right.
matter what.
yeah, I agree with you. That's pretty much what I have to say today.